Chapter 91. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The king of the city was in trouble, however. Zixiao ignored the witch's expression. In his opinion, the witch was just a gift, so what if she had an amazing identity? This is his territory. Lingxiao Temple has already recognized him as the master, and with the Tao Aquarius, even the saints in this temple will die, and the Saint King will not be able to take advantage. So Zixiao doesn't care what the other party thinks. Instead, she lowered her head and whispered, "Little Ryu, are you from the Heavenly Demon Palace?" Ryu responded in a soft voice, "Yes, sir, I'm sorry, Ryu lied to you." "What's the matter with lying or not?" "It doesn't matter at all. Besides, didn't you know my name at the beginning and gave me everything?" Looking at Zixiao's smirk, Ryu lowered her head shyly again. Her mind also recalled the indescribable scene of the two of them in Qingfeng Tower for 3 days and 3 nights, but at this moment, the witch couldn't help it, and her foxy face was covered with frost. Obviously, she was very dissatisfied with Zixiao's behavior of leaving her aside. "I'm talking to you." "Ha ha ha ha, I forgot about you." Zixiao laughed and patted Ryu's roundness gently, indicating that she should leave first. Ryu also walked out of Zixiao's arms obediently. The latter came to the throne in 2 or 3 steps, looked at the enchanting woman lying on her side in front of him, and said disdainfully, "Let's not talk about what kind of power your Tianma Palace is, just look at the conditions you proposed. You are insulting me here. Which cultivator can't stand such a test? Deputy Palace Master, under 1 person and above 10,000 people. TSK, you are really generous to give Ryu a position as a saint. I am now the Palace Master of Yaoguang Holy Land, the Supreme Elder is my master, and the Saint Master is my senior brother. I am crazy, why would I go to your Tianma Palace? Just for the position of Deputy Palace Master? Can't I let Ryu play with those cute nephews here with me every day? I have to be very sick to accept your crappy conditions. If you don't have the strength, just say less. Do you think your Tianma Palace is a hot commodity?" The witch was stunned on the spot by Zixiao's bombardment, as if she had never thought that the other party would reject her like this, subconsciously murmured, What did you say? Why don't your ears work?" Zixiao leaned forward, stretched out his hand and pinched the round and smooth chin, and said word by word, "I said you are an idiot." Boom. This time the witch couldn't hold it anymore, powerful magic burst out from her body, and her phoenix eyes gradually turned blood red. The black veil on her body was constantly agitated by spiritual power. If she was a beauty who charmed everyone before, then now she was like a queen who ruled the world. "Oh, looking at your cultivation in the Saint Realm, you should still be a big official, but you came to my territory, how can you bully me?" Zixiao was not afraid of the other party's Saint Realm cultivation at all. He had said before that in his Lingxiao Palace, let alone saints, even the Saint Kings had to be humble. He waved his sleeves, and the formation pattern of the whole palace lit up. Roar. The golden dragon on the pillar in the hall roared, and the carvings of the gods on the wall seemed to come alive, holding weapons and pointing directly at the witch. The Tao Aquarius emitted a dark light, resisting the surging power of heaven and earth in the Saint Realm. Buzz buzz buzz, the sound of the Tao Sanskrit resounded throughout the hall, and many divine soldiers and generals made sounds on the walls, as if questioning the witch. How dare she be so presumptuous in the temple? Crash, chains of order stretched out from the carvings in various parts of the hall, tying up all the limbs of the witch. The chains were transformed by order, and even the shadow of the ancient dragon could be tied up, let alone a cultivator in the Saint Realm. What is this? The witch's charming face was in panic. She never thought that Zixiao's methods were so bizarre that even the saint couldn't control him in person. And if I guessed correctly, the aura that Zixiao just released was clearly that of the Mahayana realm. Didn't they say that he was distracted before? When did he reach the Mahayana realm? No one told her. If she knew that Zixiao was so amazing, it wouldn't be impossible to give him the position of Palace Master of the Heavenly Demon Palace. Palace Master. Seeing that her Palace Master was in trouble, Ryu hurried to Zixiao's front, her pretty face, she was full of pleading, "Sir, please let the Palace Master go. She is not a bad person. She just has a bad mouth." Little Ryu, stand there obediently, don't worry, I won't kill her. but I won't let her go so easily, otherwise, anyone can come to me and be arrogant. How can I still be so cool? Ryu heard Zixiao's stern rejection and didn't dare to say anything more. At this time, in Zixiao's head, the system spoke excitedly again. Yes, yes, yes. Control her, host, don't blame me for not reminding you, this woman doesn't look like a good person, but she happens to have a top furnace physique. If you believe me, just do it to her. After she gets pregnant, I will help you take care of the child. Are you crazy? I want to be a father at such a young age. Zixiao was speechless for a while. He didn't expect the system to jump out at this time, and said something about him taking care of the child when she is pregnant. What kind of system is this? Going to rob again? Will you become stronger after giving birth? Hearing Zixiao's words, the system muttered, Hey, you have changed your mind about me, and you are unwilling to share the secret of a drop of blood with me. I have let it go. Instead of this, it is better to pin your hopes on your child. This is called keeping good things within the family. With your physique and hers, it would be amazing if you could have a baby. Hurry up. If it doesn't work, I will help you push. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for obtaining the true man pill, congratulations to the host for obtaining the soul-entering spiritual liquid, congratulations to the host for obtaining the secret method of dual cultivation. You, turn off the system voice. After turning off the noisy system, Zixiao came back to his senses and looked at the witch who was struggling in front of him. The chains of order suppressed her cultivation. At this moment, she was like fish on the chopping board. Her phoenix eyes were wide open, and she looked at Zixiao with murderous intent. You still dare to stare at me? Zixiao was about to laugh. You are so arrogant even though you are like this. Do you think you are the Holy Lord of Yaoguang? You can be so arrogant just by wearing a bath towel. Come on, now, immediately. Change your expression immediately, or I will fulfill my promise to Lao Qian and taste the witch. Huh. Hearing this, the witch was not calm. What does it mean to taste the witch? Taste her. Zixiao. I tell you, you'd better let me go, otherwise I will. Shoo, the sound of black veil tearing interrupted the witch's words. The spring light suddenly revealed dazzling people's eyes. Zixiao held a piece of black veil in his hand and teased, Do you want to try and see if I dare to continue? Chapter 92. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The witch was so angry that she was lying on the table. You dare to be rude to me. Feeling the chill on her body, the witch looked at Zixiao in disbelief. She didn't expect that the person in front of her was so bold. Who is the righteous one and who is the devil? Rude? What did you say? I can't hear you. Shoo. There was the sound of the black veil being torn again. The witch was panicking. If she was bullied by the junior in front of her and spread out, wouldn't her reputation be ruined? The dignified palace master of the heavenly demon palace, who swept across the 9 states and 8 wastelands, spent all day hunting eagles, but was pecked in the eye by a small house bird. Zixiao didn't care what the person in front of him thought, he was busy enjoying the scenery. Good guy, is it second only to the master's majesty? Witch, you are proud enough. Feeling the gradual perversion of the person's eyes in front of her, the witch clenched her teeth and pretended to be charming. Little young Master Zixiao, please let me go, I know I'm wrong. This. Ryu on the side, her eyes were wide open, and she didn't seem to expect that her own palace master would be like this. The witch felt Ryu's surprise and was ashamed, but she had no other way at this time. Didn't you ask me to be nice? This time is good enough. Wait for you to untie me, I will let you know what is called the heavenly demonic method. Obviously Zixiao couldn't hear what she was thinking. The witch's voice was charming, and now she deliberately spoke. That voice really made people numb. Ahem. Well, since you said that, I can forgive you. How about this? You should know that I asked Ryu to call me by my nickname before. Nickname? After thinking for a while, the witch suddenly realized, so that's it. Is the name Baba Zixiao's nickname? No wonder he asked Ryu to call him by this name when he was on the bed with her. How could a smart witch not know what Zixiao wanted? Wait for me to escape, and I'll kill you. But that's all for the future. The most important thing now is to say a few soft words to let the other party let me go. Baba, Baba, I know I was wrong, please be magnanimous and let me go. Hiss. It's so scary. Zixiao took a breath. No wonder she is a witch. Listen to this little voice, who wouldn't be confused? When the witch saw that Zixiao did not react, she thought that she did not make him fall in love with her, so she tried to take off one of her black shoes and then raised her leg under the pressure of the chains, her bright and round jade feet pressed against Zixiao's chest. Ba ba, just let me go. Ryu said that you like. Swish, before she finished her words, all the chains of order retreated. Seeing this scene, the witch's phoenix eyes were cunning. Sure enough. I just used a little trick, and the other party was finished. Wait. Zixiao, I will tell you what the heavenly demonic method is right away. But after the chains retreated, the witch found that her cultivation had not recovered. Those chains of order seemed to leave a mark on her body, so her cultivation was sealed. However, even if her cultivation was sealed, the witch still couldn't sit still and wait for death. She took a hairpin emitting spiritual power from her waterfall-like black hair and stabbed Zixiao fiercely. Ding. Ha. Seeing her hairpin bend instantly, the witch's phoenix eyes widened. What's the situation with this guy's physical body? Are you sure it's not a human-shaped beast? He. You asked for it. I was planning to let you go, but now it seems. Monster. I want you to help me practice. After saying that, Zixiao waved his hand lightly, and a spiritual power hit the Avenue Aquarius directly. Boom, a room was transformed at the back of the hall, and Zixiao embraced the witch and walked towards that room. You let me go. My heavenly demon art cannot be like that unless it reaches the supreme realm. Zixiao ignored the witch's cry, looked at Ryu not far away, and directly used spiritual power to transform into a big hand to pull Ryu into his arms. After entering the room, Zixiao threw the witch to the ground, sealed her spiritual power, and forced her to open her eyes. Then he walked to his first enlightenment teacher. Ryu, teacher, let's continue the second course. Old teacher. Ryu was a little confused and didn't understand what Zixiao meant, but she didn't need to understand. Zixiao just, then he threw Ryu onto the bed and pounced on her. Wait a minute, young master, the palace master is still here. It's okay, let her watch. Isn't she quite arrogant? And she can also increase my attack speed. No one spoke for a day and a night, and there was only the occasional puffing sound in the Lingxiao Palace. Early the next morning, Sui Yuanfei came to the Lingxiao Palace. He exuded an aura of keep away from strangers, and the golden blood of the holy body kept surging. Obviously, he was not in a good mood at all. After arriving at the Lingxiao Palace, he punched the array pattern directly. Clang. The golden blood overflowed, and the array pattern also had circles of ripples. Sui Yuanfei kept hitting the array with his fists, roaring, "Witch! Don't be so presumptuous. Hurry up and let my junior master out. Otherwise, I'll kill you." Even if the Holy Land is extremely powerful, how can it break the array of Lingxiao Palace? If Zixiao had not only activated the defense array, but not the counterattack array, the counterattack array would have cost Sui Yuanfei half his life with just a few punches. Boom boom boom. If you have the ability to break into the Holy Land, you have the ability to come out. Let my junior master out. Sui Yuanfei kept hitting the array like crazy. Finally, with the disappearance of the array pattern, a man who looked like a banished immortal walked out slowly. His black robe was casually draped over his body, and his hair was not tied up, but let it fall, looking so wild and unruly. Who else could the person who came was not Zixiao. He was addicted to the enjoyment of the night, but before he woke up, the door was knocked. Zixiao came to the door of the hall with a black line on his head, especially when he saw that the person coming was Sui Yuanfei. The veins on his forehead bulged, and he almost wanted to punch this idiot to death. Uncle Master. Seeing Zixiao appear, Sui Yuanfei excitedly went up to him. Are you okay? I heard from my master that there are 2 demon girls from the Heavenly Demon Palace looking for you. I was worried that you were in danger, so... Stop. Stop. Don't say it. The more he listened, the more something was wrong, especially Zhui Yuanfei's burning eyes. Zixiao felt a lot of pressure. He interrupted him and said unhappily, "Why did you get up early in the morning instead of fighting with Lin Yi yesterday? Why did you come to me? Do you think others can attack me in the Holy Land? Or am I so vulnerable in your eyes? This. How can this be true?" Zhui Yuanfei was a little flustered. "Uncle Master, I was too worried about you. That's why I came here directly. I definitely didn't mean to underestimate you. Besides, the sect competition is about to start, so I just came to ask you to go with me." The sect competition. Chapter 93. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The old man was so angry that he almost forgot about it. Snap. Zixiao slapped his forehead, almost forgetting about it. The sect competition is about to start. How can I, the host, not be there? Thinking of this, Zixiao subconsciously said, "How is it? Are you ready? Don't worry." Zhui Yuanfei patted his chest, with an expression that said, "Everything is up to me, little master, don't worry about me. Today, the people of Tianxian Holy Land will definitely understand what a black hand is. That's not what I'm talking about. Forget it, you go first, I'll be there soon." After saying that, Zixiao patted Zhui Yuanfei's shoulder and then walked into the hall. Zhui Yuanfei stood there, staring blankly at Zixiao's departing back. "Master Junior actually patted my shoulder? As expected. You are worried about me. But Master Junior, don't worry, I can suppress Lin Yi with just a flip of my hand. Just wait for me to present the victory to you. I won't embarrass you." After saying that, Zhui Yuanfei put on a tragic expression and strode away to the training ground. Zixiao returned to the room. At this time, Ryu was lying lazily on the bed, with her eyes closed like a kitten. On the other side, the witch was sitting on the ground. Her phoenix eyes were already bloodshot, and her skin, which was originally as crystal as jade, was covered with a layer of red. She was panting quickly, sweating all over, as if she had fought a battle. When she saw Zixiao coming in, her phoenix eyes stared at Zixiao. In addition to the murderous intent in her eyes, there was also a hint of confusion. Li. In the past, she always watched some strange images through the crystal, but this time, it was a real person, right in front of her, and she couldn't close her eyes. This kind of stimulation can be imagined. As the master of the Heavenly Demon Palace, she naturally had to practice the Heavenly Demon Great Law. She would not force her body to lock it unless she reached the Supreme Realm. I thought Zixiao had no other way to deal with her, but I never thought that this bastard would let her watch it live. Yo, you look more pleasing now than yesterday. I'm going to do business. When I come back, we will continue. After that, Zixiao tidied his clothes and walked outside. After Zixiao left completely, the witch said unhappily, "Xiao Ruyu, if you still pretend to sleep, I will beat you up in a while." Ah! Ruyu jumped up from the bed like a frightened kitten, and everything she saw was white. If Zixiao was here, she would have to start the third class. Palace Master, how do you know I'm pretending to sleep?" Ruyu trotted to the witch's side and helped her up. Who, this bastard, that the witch's breathing was still not steady. I don't know if she was angry or for some other reason. Even her legs were a little weak. She could only stand with the help of Ryu. Palace Master, the young master, he didn't mean it, he just had a bad mouth. Didn't he bully you yesterday? Isn't this bullying? The witch's phoenix eyes were wide open, looking at Ryu, as if she was looking at an ungrateful person. Tell me, you haven't even married yet, and you're already talking for your young master. Do you still have me, the Palace Master, in your eyes? Of course I do. Palace Master, please forgive me. Forget it, it's not your fault. Give me the things I put with you later. When he comes back, hee. I have to give him a surprise. This. All right. I won't really kill him, no need to put on such an expression. Yes. Thank you, Palace Master. Ryu's cheering look made the witch roll her eyes at her. It was as if the cabbage she had raised for a long time was being eaten by other pigs. By the way, that the witch seemed to have thought of something, turned her head and looked at Ryu, her phoenix eyes full of desire for knowledge. Is it really comfortable? Ah. If it weren't for the fact that the other party was the palace master, Ryu really wanted to say, how presumptuous you are. Is this something you can ask? Ahem, forget it if you don't want to say it, but you must answer me for the next question. Yes, palace master. After getting Ryu's affirmation, the witch slowly said, is it delicious? On the other side, Zixiao tidied up his clothes and turned into a stream of light, passing by the martial arts training ground. In the martial arts training ground, all the 10 holy places were present at this time, in order. They were Tianshu Holy Land, Tianxian Holy Land, Jianji Holy Land, Tianquan Holy Land, Yuheng Holy Land, Kaiyang Holy Land, Yaoguang Holy Land, Wuxiang Holy Land, Yaoqi Holy Land, Dunyi Holy Land. These 10 holy lands are the orthodox paths among the 9 heavens and 10 lands. Of course, there are also forces in the outside world that can rival them, such as the Chongqing family, the immortal royal family, and the Taboo clan, but those forces are either hidden from the world or not human, and cannot be divided into the 2 paths of righteousness and evil. Among the 10 holy lands, Tianquan Holy Land is the leader, Tianshu Holy Land is the second, and Tianji Holy Land is the third. There is no obvious gap between the other holy lands, but this time, the leading cultivation of tens of thousands of core disciples in Yaoguang Holy Land stunned all the other holy lands. When did this bandit nest become so powerful? How can it continue to be so strong? They have to block the gates of various holy lands every day to grab resources. After all, everyone knows the style of Yaoguang Holy Land. The Holy Lord of Tianquan sat high on the chair like a god king. His temperament was like that of an emperor in the secular world. Just sitting there, he had endless majesty. But when he opened his mouth, it was shocking. I say Chu Tianhao, are your disciples taking drugs? Are they all crazy? They are generally 1 realm ahead of my disciples. He. Yaoguang Saint Lord smiled obscenely and blinked his eyes. There is no way. The disciples recruited by my Yaoguang Holy Land since ancient times are all geniuses. How can ordinary people compare with them? Ha 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 ha. Yuheng Saint Lord laughed heartily. I haven't seen you for a while, and you are still the same personality. By the way, Chu Tianhao, what's wrong with the old guys in Tianji Holy Land? Do you have any clues? Hearing Yuheng Saint Lord's question, Yaoguang Saint Lord first turned his head to look at Tianji Saint Lord, but the latter directly blinked at him with his eyes painted with thick black eyeshadow. This almost made him vomit the overnight meal. Good guy, he used to make others speechless, but this time he came to a more abstract one. I guess they are all crazy. Why don't we take advantage of the sect competition this time to kill those evil old Taoists? Just as the Holy Lord Yaoguang was talking to the 2 people beside him in a joking tone, a Buddhist chant suddenly sounded. Amipa, a big change has happened to the people of Tianji Holy Land. My Buddha has predicted that they may have been possessed by demons. As we are all righteous, we should really unite as one and take care of the people of Tianji Holy Land first. Let me use the Heart Sutra to save their inner demons. The Holy Lord Wuxiang put on a compassionate look, like a high-level monk. Chapter 94. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The old man was so angry that he was beaten. Old bald donkey, are you talking about me? Bang! The sudden sound almost made Wuxiang Saint fall off his chair. He never thought that Tianji Saint, who was just exchanging glances with Yaoguang Saint, would come to him. Ah! Amipa. Mr. Donor, please consider me. I am just. Bang! Before Wuxiang Saint could finish his words, he was hit in the eye. This punch directly made his eyes look smoky. Just when Wuxiang Saint was about to fight back, a black flying whisk came to his eyes again. Old bald donkey, this look suits you very well. Serve your Buddha well and don't come to pick a fight with me. Otherwise, starting from tomorrow, I will do nothing but chase after the people from Wuxiang Holy Land and beat them up. Beat them until you surrender. Evil creature. Evil creature. Although the veins on Wuxiang Holy Lord's bald head were bulging, He really didn't dare to tear his face with the other party, not to mention how powerful the Tianji Holy Land that violated the way of heaven was. There were many people in the 10 Holy Lands who were allies of these guys. If a fight really broke out, he would definitely be the one who suffered. So Wuxiang Holy Lord closed his eyes and began to recite the Heart Sutra silently. Bah! Still angry eyes of Vajra, where is the angry eyes? He didn't dare to fight back when he was beaten. Tianji Holy Lord was obviously very dissatisfied with Wuxiang Holy Lord's cowardice. This little episode made all the holy masters around laugh. Indeed, the changes in Tianji Holy Land are really too scary. Why are they starting to look like people from Yaoguang Holy Land? If this continues, won't their 10 major sects of the righteous path become a den of bandits? Yaoguang Saint Lord felt the gazes of the people around him and felt a little aggrieved. Why are you all looking at me? If you are dissatisfied, go and tell Jun Moyan. I am sitting here peacefully, and you are staring at me. Are you targeting me? Before, his junior brothers and sisters had doubted his character. When the witch came to his house, they all thought that they had caused a romantic debt. This time it was Jun Moyan who caused trouble, and these people were still looking at him. What can a man endure? If not, let's go to war. Seeing that Yaoguang Saint Lord was really angry, all the saints chose to turn their heads away. No one wanted to provoke a madman. Upon seeing this, the heavenly secret Saint Lord immediately ran to the side of the Yaoguang Saint Lord and put his arm around his shoulder. Look, we have a good relationship. These people are too boring. Why don't you consider my suggestion last time? Get lost. Okay. On the high platform sat the Saint Lords and Elders, and below sat the younger generation of each holy land. The exchanges between the 10 holy lands are all for the younger generation to verify their own ways with each other. After all, only when the younger generation grows up can they truly inherit the 10 holy lands. These Tianjiao looked at the people from other holy lands with fighting spirit. In particular, the aura released by 2 of them attracted the attention of the people. Around them, the 2 were Zui Yuanfei and Lin Yi. After the brief confrontation yesterday, both of them regarded each other as their biggest rival. It's so hot. Wei Zhenbin, the son of the heavenly secret saint, shook his head, seemingly not impressed by the passionate gaze between the 2, but instead looked at the other people around him. In addition to the sect saints and saints, there are also sequence disciples participating in this sect competition. After all, the saints and saints alone cannot determine the overall strength of the sect. Therefore, under Wei Zhenbin's divination, these geniuses were directly divided into 4 categories: powerful, powerless, damnable, and indifferent. The Buddhist son of Wuxiang Holy Land is a young monk. He put his hands together at this time, with a little dissatisfaction between his eyebrows. Amitba, why hasn't the host Zixiao arrived yet? Isn't this? Boom! Before the Buddhist son finished speaking, 3 powerful auras pressed directly on him. Turning his head, he saw Lin Yi, Zui Yuanfei, and Wei Zhenbin. The 3 powerful young geniuses all glared at him. Little bald donkey, if you want to die, just make a sound. Do you think you can call out the name of Junior Master? Under the guidance of Saint Master Yaoguang, the humble Zui Yuanfei at the beginning has disappeared, and he has been replaced by a powder keg. Especially when encountering things related to Zixiao, he simply couldn't calm down. Lin Ye's supreme bone felt slightly cold, and he said in a cold voice, Buddha's son from Wuxiang Holy Land. Apologize to the eldest brother, otherwise, don't blame me for being rude. Even Wei Zhenbin, the holy son of Tianji Holy Land, said the same thing. Damn it. Bald donkey, who gave you the courage to say that? Ah. Do you want to quit Wuxiang Holy Land? I'll light a sky lantern for your fat body in a while. The Buddha's son from Wuxiang Holy Land was also furious when he heard the 3 people's impolite words. He was a young genius, so he was naturally not afraid of anyone. Even if Zixiao had a great reputation, what would it matter? A person who goes against the way of heaven is destined not to go far. What's more, as the host, he was late, and he just complained. What did these 3 people mean? One was talking more excessively than the other. Amitba, I don't know what the relationship is between the 3 donors and Zixiao, but Buddha also has angry eyes. You 3 insulted me like this. Let's see who will win on the ring later. I'm sure, huh? Before he finished speaking, a figure came directly in front of him, the burning golden blood, the ancient holy bodies Wei Yuanfei. I'll let you be angry. Wei Zhenbin was closest to the Buddhist son. Not only did he not intend to stop Sui Yuanfei, he even took out the big stick that Yan Linger had intended to hit Luo Tingxian with from the Qinkuan ring. Ha! Little bald donkey, you've met a tough guy by provoking us. How dare you? Seeing Sui Yuanfei rushing towards him and swinging his fist without saying a word, the Buddhist son's eyes widened with anger, and then he slapped him with his hand holding the rosary. Big handprint, golden light emanated from the body of the Buddha, and his face was solemn, like a living Buddha. One after another, Buddhist sounds were constantly chanted from his mouth. The sound shocked his soul and covered his spirit. A huge golden palm slapped towards Wei Yuanfei fiercely. Wherever the golden palm went, even the air made a sound of breaking, as Wei Yuanfei did not retreat after seeing this scene. The golden blood rushed straight into the sky, and the phantom of the bitter sea golden lotus emerged from behind him. One after another, golden blood burst out from his fist, boom. The golden palm and the golden fist collided with each other, and the phantom of the Buddha and the bitter sea golden lotus behind them slowly rose into the air, constantly interweaving in the air. Some of the young geniuses around watched coldly, some were shocked, and some narrowed their eyes slightly. Powerful air waves rushed out to the surroundings. The saints on the platform had no intention of stopping this scene. Chapter 95. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ban dang zem van ban gok chua dike, ko the kio soang quoi trang de chan ban dike. Hee, young people are a little angry, let them play, wait for the host to come and ask him to solve it. The holy body in the world. I say Chu Tianhao, you picked up the Yaoguang holy land, we have found a treasure. The Buddha's son should have inherited the Dharma of the past Buddha, right? The golden body and precious appearance, great blessings, it seems that you, old monk, have cultivated a good seedling. On the high platform the Saint Lords were all chatting and laughing, except Saint Lord Yaoguang and Saint Lord Tianji, who showed their arms and rolled up their sleeves, and shouted, Sui Yuanfei, kick his ass. Can a little bald donkey really defeat you? Wei Zhenbin. Are you holding a big stick like a statue? Beat him. Beat him. Hit his bald head hard. That the two saints were so disregarding their image that they were giving advice to their own disciples. This made the Wuxiang Saint Lord beside him so angry that he was about to give birth to a Buddha, and 2 Buddhas ascended to heaven, but this was the territory of the Yaoguang Holy Land. He wanted to get angry, but was afraid of being beaten, not to mention that there was also a crazy Tianji Saint Lord. How are the two different from the bandits at this moment? Sui Yuanfei and the Buddhist son in the audience used their spiritual power to fight each other, and the strange phenomenon exploded into golden lotuses in the air. The battle between the two young geniuses was so terrifying that all the disciples stared at this scene with wide eyes. Amitabha. Although this is the territory of your Yaoguang Holy Land, don't blame me for being so rude, Mr. Zhua. After saying this, the golden light on the Buddha's body became brighter. The Sanskrit chanting in his mouth became faster and faster. From afar, the entire martial arts training ground was covered with Buddha light, and the Buddha image in the sky became larger and larger. The Buddha seemed to have a supernatural power. He held the Dharma seal with both hands and made a look of compassion. Then, with a loud rumbling sound, the huge Buddha image slapped Sui Yuanfei down with one palm. Bald donkey, you are rude to Junior Master, you deserve to die. Today, I will kill the Buddha. Sui Yuanfei was not afraid of the Buddha's palm that was coming down on him. His muscles bulged layer by layer, and the golden blood energy that belonged to the holy body surrounded his whole body. The terrifying divine power surged, like an immortal divine furnace burning the heavens. The golden fist suddenly rushed towards the big handprint in the air, blasted over. At the moment the fist hit, the sound of sonic booms continued to fill the ears. The sea of suffering in the sky boiled, and the golden lotus descended, boom. Finally, the fist and the Buddha's palm collided with each other, crack, crack, crack. The huge Buddha's palm broke apart the moment it touched Sui Yuanfei's fist. This scene made all the geniuses around look heavy-hearted. Is Sui Yuanfei's body so strong? Is he some ancient beast? The power of the holy body is really amazing. I wonder if he can catch my sword. The Buddhist disciple of the Wuxiang Holy Land is said to be an ancient Buddha. Reincarnation, it seems that it can't take advantage of the holy body. Ancient Buddha reincarnation. You are the only one who believes this. Boom. The big explosion continued, Sui Yuanfei's eyes widened, golden flames burned in his pupils, and he pressed his fist against the Buddha's palm without feeling any effort. Ha! Accompanied by a roar, the huge Buddha's palm was directly smashed by the golden fist. Ha! Both hands. The Buddhist who was holding his palms together was also very surprised. He knew that the holy body was very strong, but he didn't expect that he could resist his ancient Buddha palm with only the strength of the flesh. Then what happened next? Bang! Just when the Buddhist was about to attack with all his strength at that moment, I suddenly felt a shock at the back of my head, followed by pain and a feeling of fainting throughout my body. He turned his head inexplicably and saw Wei Zhenbin, who was wearing smoky makeup, holding a big stick and looking at him with a smile on his face. You! Wei Zhenbin, what are you doing? Ah, Wei Zhenbin looked at the Buddha in surprise. Murmured, did I use too little strength? Then, the veins on his hands bulged, and the black spiritual power surrounded the big stick, and he slammed it hard at the bald man in front of him. No, I don't know if the Buddhist is confident in his golden body, or if he was stunned by the blow just now and didn't react. He actually let the big stick in Wei Zhenbin's hand hit his bald head. Ding! This time the sound resounded through the sky. What a magic weapon! Wei Zhenbin looked at the big stick in his hand, which was made of unknown material, with admiration. On the other hand, the Buddha's golden body was shaky at this time, and his white bald head was red, and it had even begun to seep out blood. Wei Zhenbin, the Buddhist child gritted his teeth and looked at the son of heavenly secret in front of him, furious. I'm sorry, you won't be angry, will you? I just want to try and see if your head is good. Now it seems, it's really good. Come on, let me try again. After saying that, Wei Zhenbin held the stick in both hands and planned to hit the Buddha's head again. How dare you, you bastard! The Wuxiang saint on the stage couldn't sit still. The Buddha's son was bullied like this. It was obviously a fair competition with the holy body, but Wei Zhenbin attacked from behind. He is simply not a human being. The aura of the saint realm caused the world to lose its color. The Wuxiang saint was obviously going to take action, but he forgot that there was a Jun Moyan who was staring at him next to him. How dare you, old dang! Jun Moyan saw that the Wuxiang saint lord was going to attack his own saint son. How could he bear it? The whisk in his hand swung out a burst of black air, which directly wrapped the Wuxiang saint lord. You! The Wuxiang saint lord had been focusing on his own Buddhist son before, which resulted in Jun Moyan's sneak attack, and a whisk hit him on the head. Dang! The black air splashed out in all directions, and Jun Moyan smiled and said, ha 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 ha, worthy of being a master and disciple, both have a good start. My disciples are knocking down below, so I'll knock up from above. Jun Moyan, I must fight you to the death today. The Wuxiang saint lord was also aroused. Good guy, I ignore you. Do you really think I'm afraid of you? It's useless for anyone to come today, this fight must be fought. Seeing that the two saint lords were about to fight, the saint lords on the side hurriedly came up to stop the fight. All right. It's all about the younger generation. Let the host decide when he arrives. You're already hundreds of years old. It's not okay for the younger generation to laugh at you. Yes, calm down. Why are you so angry? The Wuxiang saint and Jun Moyan were stopped directly. The former roared, Chu Tianhao, you can stop the fight if you want to. What do you mean by kicking me when you can? The Yaoguang saint pretended to be innocent. I didn't notice it. It might be an accident. Why are you so petty? Just kick me. You won't die. You. Swish, just as the people on the stage were fighting, a stream of light flashed by. Zixiao arrived. He was dressed in a black robe, with golden cloud patterns flowing at the corners, and purple and silver hair fluttering in the wind. His handsome face was filled with a smile that made people feel like spring breeze, standing in the air. He was like a banished immortal, and the moment Zixiao appeared, countless eyes were cast on him. There was curiosity, anger, murderous intent, and admiration. Chapter 96. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The first time, the second time, the second time, this time, the sect competition, not only the 10 holy places, but also the large and small forces participating in the ceremony are countless. Among them, the immortal dynasty and the Chongqing family have all come here, although their power is not weaker than one of the 10 holy places, because it is not their home court. They all sit in the guest seats at this time. At the position of the Chongqing Lu family, a young man with an evil look squinted his eyes and looked at Zixiao in the sky. Zixiao, I'm here, this time, I want to take back everything I lost. And I want to swallow you too. That this person is Lu Chang'e, as the heir of the Chongqing family, he is naturally qualified to sit here without hiding his identity. Unlike other descendants of the Chongqing family, Lu Chang'e's reputation is so good that some people even regard him as the top figure of the younger generation. Of course, this was before Zixiao made such a big name. Brother Lu, what do you think of Zixiao? That the heir of the Chongqing Wang family asked Lu Chang'e. Lu Chang'e smiled and responded, Zixiao. He. Looking at the Tao rhyme flowing around him and the strong blood, you know that the rumors are not all fabricated. He is indeed a powerful genius. Brother Lu thinks highly of him. If you have a chance, will you ask for his advice later? Of course. The conversation between the two did not attract the attention of the people around them. Now everyone's eyes are on the man who looks like a banished immortal in the air. Big brother. Lin Yi and Luo Tingxian looked at the figure in the air with complicated eyes. When they met again, things had changed. The other party was no longer the big brother who loved them, they are the ones who made the senior brother feel disappointed. Can they reconcile after meeting each other this time? The core disciples of Tianxian Holy Land also murmured the word senior brother to the figure in the air. The title of senior brother made the disciples of Yaoguang angry. He is obviously our junior uncle, why don't you call him senior uncle? Why do you call him senior brother? What? Do you want to be a generation higher than us? Don't blame us for killing you when we compete later. The cold figure sitting on the high platform began to tremble slightly when she saw Zixiao appear. The other saints were busy fighting, so of course no one noticed her abnormality. Zixiao slowly landed on the ground, looking at the Yaoguang disciples who rushed up with fiery eyes, stretched out his hand to calm everyone's excitement, and said apologetically, I'm sorry, everyone, I kept you waiting for a long time. I was in the process of enlightenment before, sorry. Uncle Junior. Enlightenment is a great opportunity, not to mention that it is not something you can control. What's wrong with it? That's right. It's the sect competition that must be held today. If it affects Uncle Junior's enlightenment, it would be a sin. Uncle Junior, I occasionally got this dual cultivation method from practicing in the outside world. But I have not found the way. Please find some time to guide me, Junior Master. Junior brother, you are a man, what method of dual cultivation do you want Junior Master to teach you? Why don't you give this method to Senior Sister you? Bullshit. I am a man, and Junior Master is also a man. How can there be such a coincidence in the world? This must be destined by heaven. Bah! What is heaven? Can it be as great as Junior Master? Senior brother, please tell me in detail, what is Junior Master? That everyone chatted around Zixiao. This scene made all the people in other holy places dumbfounded. You know, it has only been 1 or 2 months since Zixiao left Tianxian Holy Land and joined Yaoguang. In such a short time, Zixiao has become the favorite of the group. Looking at the burning eyes of those disciples, it is estimated that Zixiao is leading them to escape into the magic way now, and they are also willing. Hiss. The Wuxiang saint on the high platform took a breath of cold air. This boy is so terrifying, such a powerful brainwashing. If he hadn't gone against the will of heaven, I really want him to join my Buddhist sect. What? Yaoguang saint was not happy to hear this. and looked at Wuxiang Saint with a threatening face. "You bald donkey, are you looking for death? What are you talking about? Join your Buddhist sect. Go to sleep, you can dream about anything." Lin Yi and Zui Yuanfei below also walked toward Zixiao's position. The latter saw the former following his footsteps and came to the front of the junior master, and said dissatisfiedly, "Lin Yi, I let you escape last time in the hall. If you continue to harass the junior master, I will definitely let you know what is miserable." Lin Yi did not speak, and walked toward Zixiao on his own. Just as he was about to arrive, a figure walked to Zixiao first, the emerald green skirt and beautiful face. Who else could it be but Luo Tingxian? She trembled and said, Big brother." Facing Luo Tingshuan's miserable appearance, Zixiao's eyes did not have any emotional fluctuations. For him, the past is the past, and if he said he hated it, it was not the case. After all, his former master Mo Yuxiang brought him up, but if you want to reconcile. Sorry, I don't have the time. My fellow Taoist, we are all from the same clan of the 10 Holy Lands, so please do not mess up the seniority. Of course, if you do not want to follow the seniority, you can just call me fellow Taoist. Zixiao said lightly. Big brother, do you still have any shame? Luo Tingxian. Just when Luo Tingxian wanted to say something, a voice like a lark stopped her. Turning around, I don't know when, the direct disciple of the Holy Lord Yaoguang, Yan Linger came over angrily. Her cute little face was puffed up at this time. Obviously she was very angry. She walked in front of Zixiao, completely blocking him behind her, and angrily said to Luo Tingxian, "You misunderstood Junior Master and drove him out of the sect. Now that you see Junior Master is invincible, you plan to find him back. You are still acting weak. Who are you going to show your death to? I tell you. Junior Master is now a member of our Yaoguang Holy Land. He is the Junior Master of our disciples. If you use this expression of my mother has died to try to move Junior Master's sympathy, my big stick may not be bad." After saying that, the Qiankuan ring in Yan Linger's hand lit up, as if she wanted to take out her weapon, but after a long time, there was nothing. This made her a little embarrassed. At this time, there was a clanging sound in the distance. Turning around, Wei Zhenbin, the son of Tianji, was holding a big stick and constantly hitting the little bald donkey lying on the ground. The figure was like knocking a wooden fish. What a crisp sound. Wei Zhenbin shouted as he beat him, "I will make you respect the way of heaven, I will make you say Amitabha, I will make you disrespect the destined person, I will make you lose your hair." My friend, your last sentence is a bit too much. Chapter 97. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The two of them were beaten. Luo Tingxian ignored Wei Zhenbin's knocking on the wooden fish. Her beautiful eyes looked at Zixiao with tears in her eyes. "Big brother, can't you forgive?" Pa! Before she could finish her words, Yan Linger went up and started a big fight. "I told you not to call me big brother. Who are you talking to? I told you not to call me. Pa. Yan Linger went up and started to attack from both sides. Luo Tingxian didn't know why, but she didn't mean to dodge at all, and even let the other party hit her face red, and this scene made Lin Yi over there unable to stand. "Let go of the little sister." With a roar, Lin Yi rushed towards Yan Linger. In his opinion, the only person who was qualified to punish them was the eldest brother. The eldest brother did not do anything, so how could this woman who had never seen him before have the right to punish the little sister? "Do you think I'm fake?" Lin Yi just rushed forward, and Zui Yuanfei blocked him. After all, the Buddhist disciples over there had been knocked like wooden fish, and he didn't need to pay attention to them. Seeing that Lin Yi wanted to do something to his little sister, how could that be possible? The two young geniuses confronted each other again. "Zui Yuanfei. It's you again. How on earth are you going to stop me?" Stop. Before Lin Yi and Zui Yuanfei could love and kill each other, Zixiao spoke directly and stopped the confrontation between the two. Hearing that her little uncle had spoken, Yan Linger also obediently retreated to his side, and those Yaoguang disciples who were holding sharp blades and holding tables, chairs and benches also stopped their actions. What a pity. If Junior Master hadn't spoken, they would have already done it, but think about it, after all, they all came to Yaoguang Holy Land to participate in the sect competition. If they bullied them blatantly, wouldn't it ruin Junior Master's reputation? Okay, this, brother who knocks the wooden fish, you should stop first. Because Zixiao hadn't used the eye of insight yet, he didn't know what Wei Zhenbin's name was. The latter heard Zixiao's voice and knocked twice again, and then returned the big stick to Yan Linge with a smile on his face, and said, "This thing is really useful." "Nonsense. This is the magic weapon that Master found for me." Yan Linge raised her head proudly, like a little peacock. Wei Zhenbin noticed Zixiao's gaze and quickly said, "Brother Z, no. Junior Master, I am the son of the Holy Land of Tianji, Wei Zhenbin. I have always admired your reputation. Today I finally met you in person. My admiration for you is like..." "Ah." Zui Yuanfei had a black question mark on his face. "I am not Junior Master's #1 lackey. Who are you? Even though you helped me twice, we are brothers. No one can do anything in front of Junior Master, but this person's flattery is better than mine. It seems that after this competition is over, I have to find the Holy Lord to study some courses." Zixiao was extremely puzzled when listening to Wei Zhenbin's endless flattery, and even suspected that there was something wrong with the way of heaven. Is this the treatment I deserve as a villain? Open the eye of insight. Ding dong, Wei Zhenbin's information appeared in front of him. Name, Wei Zhenbin. Age, 20. Identity, Holy Son of Tianji Holy Land. Cultivation, peak of nascent soul, middle stage of divine division. Labels, modest gentleman, none. Fortune teller, model of righteousness, none. Talented, man of fortune, none. Romantic luck, dark and smoky makeup, new. Sky thief, new. Heavenly Tao backlash, new. Fateful, new. Recent opportunities, blinded, seeing Wei Zhenbin series of none and new. Zixiao was also a little dumbfounded. Can this label still change? And the change before and after is so big. What does Sky Thief mean? It means to become an ally with me. Wei Zhenbin saw Zixiao staring at him and even blinked with his smoky eyes. This scene made Zui Yuanfei furious, but at this moment, the Junior Master uncle didn't say anything, so he couldn't say much. Amitba. This fellow Taoist. Just when Zixiao was still sighing at Wei Zhenbin's label, a Buddhist chant was heard. Zixiao turned his head and exclaimed, "Fuck! Who invited Tathagata here?" "Huh? Tathagata?" The Buddhist was confused. He didn't know why Zixiao knew the name of the ancient Buddha, but where was Tathagata? Why didn't he see him? It's not Zixiao's fault. Because Wei Zhenbin had just used him as a wooden fish, the Buddhist disciple had large and small lumps on his head. The lumps covered his head like a pile of small hills. This image is indeed a bit unconventional. Ahem. Zixiao coughed twice to hide his embarrassment, and then said seriously, "What's wrong? This this Taoist friend? My name is Dui." The Buddhist disciple Dui first performed a slight Buddhist salute, and then told Zixiao everything that had just happened. "You are the host, right? You Yaoguang disciples disregarded etiquette and attacked me, and there was also the Holy Son of Tianji Holy Land. The two were so presumptuous, and you came late, so you have to give an explanation, not to mention cancelling Zui Yuanfei's qualification for the sect competition. At least let your Yaoguang Holy Land lose face in front of the other holy lands." "So that's how it is." Zixiao looked at the bumps on the other's head, sighed slightly, and even gave Wei Zhenbin an admiring look. "Not everyone can be Tathagata, you must have a good head, and it seems that the head of the little monk in front of you is not bad. I will knock it if I have the chance, but now I still have to solve this matter first. After all, people have asked it to my face." Thinking of this, Zixiao pretended to be serious and said, "Yuanfei." "Yes. Junior Master." Zui Yuanfei walked up with a hot expression on his face. This expression made the Buddhist son stunned. "Good guy, if you don't know, you would think you are here to receive a reward." "Yuanfei, this bald, well, is what this Taoist brother said true?" "Reply to Junior Master, he said it's true." Zui Yuanfei replied neither humble nor arrogant. Zixiao looked at Zui Yuanfei speechlessly. "The Holy Lord took you to practice in seclusion for many days, and taught you this?" You haven't even learned 3 points of the Holy Lord. I've given you a chance to quibble. What are you talking about here? Oh. I'm tired, but think about it. This is my nephew after all. If I don't protect him, it will be unreasonable. Zishao looked serious. After thinking for a moment, he said in a deep voice, well. I already know the process of this matter. What is this? Hearing that Zishao didn't remember his name, the Buddhist son suppressed his anger, but still explained, the little monk Dui. Oh, Dui, you are wrong in this matter. What? The Buddhist son's eyes were full of confusion, and he pointed at himself. You said I was wrong. Chapter 98. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ban dang zem van ban gok chua dike, ko the kio soang koi trang de chan ban dike. Nonsense, Zishao said angrily, look at you, as a monk, you should be calm and avoid anger and impatience. After all, I am of the same generation as your master, and you call me by my name right away. It is obviously reasonable for Zhui Yuanfei, your nephew, to attack you. He attacked you, but you fought back. How can this be justified? He. The Buddhist was so angry that he laughed. What I mean is, if the people from Yaoguang Holy Land attack me, I can't fight back. Of course. Zishao said seriously, although I am not proficient in Buddhism, I still know some Buddhist stories. There is a Buddha who cuts off his flesh to feed the eagle, in order to use his own flesh to. What about you? As a Buddhist, have you forgotten all the nonsense of the Buddha? No, all the great compassion of the Buddha? If someone slaps you on the left cheek, you should turn your right cheek to him, let the other party hit again. Isn't this the truth of Buddhism? Not respecting elders is unfilial, not respecting Buddhism is disloyal, not treating peers well is unrighteous. You dare today, if you fight back, you will kill people tomorrow. The day after tomorrow, you will open the lid of the Buddha's coffin. Ah, unfaithful, unfilial, and unrighteous, you have already entered the devil's way and you don't know it. In this way, what kind of Buddhist practice is this? What kind of Amitabha Buddha are you chanting? Zishao looked at the Buddhist student with a look of deep sorrow. This remark made the Buddhist student stunned on the spot. He couldn't figure out why he was beaten, and got so confused, but in the end, I was still wrong. The most annoying thing is that even though the other party was making a sophistry, I subconsciously felt that what he said made sense. You are worthy of being my junior master, you. You are worthy of being my junior master. Wei Zhenbin smiled and said as he was about to speak. Zhui Yuanfei interrupted him loudly, Junior Master, you can even understand the Buddhist truth. You are worthy of being a human. God, this. You won't praise, don't praise him. Wei Zhenbin walked up, laughed at Zhui Yuanfei, and looked at Zishao. Junior Master is Junior Master, Buddhism is just child's play for you, this little bald man. If a donkey still can't understand it, it's useless to be a Buddhist. Zhui Yuanfei was speechless for a while, staring at Wei Zhenbin. Very good. You have a way to die. Alright, let's prepare for the sect competition. Zishao walked to the stage in front. As a training ground, a ring must be prepared. In addition, Yaoguang Holy Land has invested a lot of money for this sect competition. The ring is reinforced with hard materials, and the surrounding array patterns are not only powerful, but also powerful enough to withstand the attacks of the saints. They can all be blocked. After all, besides the Saint Master, there are also young disciples watching the ceremony on the surrounding high platforms. If one is not careful and breaks the arena, many people will be injured. Zishao knew long ago that the process of this sect competition, the 10 holy places are of the same origin, so naturally they will not use any too fierce competition methods. The first game is a big melee. And the core disciples each send out 100 people to decide the winner. The one with the most time, or the one who is the only one left on the stage, will be the winner. The remaining saints and sequence players will compete for the first place in an elimination match. Of course, everyone has to. That's it. This is why we need a host, to stop the competition as soon as we find something wrong. Looking at the core disciples of the 10 holy places, Zishao did not open his eyes of insight to observe the Son of Destiny. he already knew that there was more than one son of destiny, so the people among them must have a destiny. The Great Holy Land is a manifestation of luck, but if you search carefully one by one, you will be bored. If they don't provoke you, you don't need to pay attention to them. Everyone, the sect competition is about to begin. Disciples from all holy places, you can go on stage now. As Zixiao finished speaking, 100 core disciples from each holy place walked out, their young and tender faces were filled with rebelliousness. Tame, young people should be proud. If not proud now, when will they be proud? Fortunately, the arena prepared by Yaoguang Holy Land is large enough, and it doesn't seem crowded even if 1,000 people stand on it. After these disciples stood on the arena, they set up a battle formation. Obviously that I have done my homework before, but there are two forces whose disciples are out of tune. One is the disciples of Tianji Holy Land. They all wear smoky makeup and hold magic weapons covered with black hair. When they look at the disciples of other holy lands, they laugh. Those who don't know may think that the demon sect has invaded. The other is the disciples of Yaoguang Holy Land. Rather than saying that they are holding magic weapons, it is better to say that they are holding tables, chairs and benches. The magic weapons are more bizarre than each other, and there are also brooms. Their eyes are staring straight at the disciples of Tianxian Holy Land, and their eyes are about to jump out of their sockets. The direction is clear and the goal is clear. Although Zixiao said that he did not hate those people in Tianxian Holy Land, he was not a saint, so he would not care about this matter. So after seeing that everyone was ready, he pinched a magic formula with one hand, and the spiritual power gathered in his hand. Swish! A flash of sword light passed by. A stone slab in the center of the ring was instantly split into two. Begin. Kill. Kill these bastards. Amitba, I will save you. He he he. This Taoist friend, I think you will have a bloody disaster today. Look at the magic weapon. Who is so shameless as to hit me in the lower three places? With the word begin from Zixiao's mouth, thousands of disciples immediately fought together. At this time, they forgot about the battle formation. As long as the clothes worn by the opponent are different from yours, they are the enemy. In sharp contrast to the shouting and killing on the stage or the Buddhist standing below, he looked at the sky in confusion and really wanted to yell, "Is there no one to speak for me?" But everyone is now focusing on the stands, and no one cares about him at all. Even the Wuxiang saint on the high platform is watching his own disciples perform on the stage. The other geniuses in the audience noticed the miserable state of the Buddhist disciple. I've heard about it before, but I just saw it today. The people of Yaoguang Holy Land are really evil from top to bottom. If you think they are evil, look at the stage, buddy. The disciples of Yaoguang Holy Land are simply not human. What does it mean to focus on the lower three roads? What are you panicking about? The disciples of Yaoguang Holy Land are fighting against Tianxian Holy Land. What are you afraid of? I am from Tianxian Holy Land. You ask me what I am afraid of? Sorry. Forget about the people of Yaoguang Holy Land. After all, you have seen their feelings for for Brother Z. They must seek justice for them. What do the people of Tianji Holy Land mean? Chapter 99. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The two of them were very close. Yeah. Is this Tianji Holy Land sure that it has not fallen into the devil's way? They even use the soul refining method. Where is the referee? Referee. Stop them quickly. Did our Wuxiang Holy Land recruit you? Bastards. You only attacked us. And you are so vicious. Referee. Zixiao sat on a chair near the ring, and Yan Linger kept fanning him with a small fan behind him. Her flattering expression made the Yaoguang saint on the stage speechless. Hearing the opinions raised by those people, Zixiao curled his lips. What vicious? I didn't see it, I don't know. On the high platform, the face of the Wuxiang saint was completely gloomy, but turn around and find that the Lord of the Lights and the Sky are staring at him there, and are about to move. The hand is not weak, and it is worthy of the 4 words of young Tianjiao. The position of the disciples of Tianxian rushed up. This time, with so many people, the people of Tianxian Holy Land were completely trapped in a corner. What are these bandits from Yaoguang Holy Land going to do? We are all the junior brothers and sisters that the senior brother once loved, these bastards. Are they so ruthless? Senior brother. Senior brother, look quickly. They are targeting us. Hearing that this group of people dared to mention the junior uncle, the eyes of the Yaoguang disciples were red, and they were obviously buffed. Bastards! You dare to mention the junior uncle? You are not worthy. Can a broken mirror be reunited? Even if it can, I will smash it to pieces. It was you, a group of ungrateful people, who trapped the senior brother in a reputation of being unkind and unjust. Now you are licking your face and begging. You are dreaming. Today I will tell you what a black hand is. A group of Yaoguang disciples holding strange weapons bombarded the Tianxian disciples. With the help of people from other holy places, there was no suspense in this battle. The most cruel thing was that they would lose if they knocked the other party off the stage, but these people had no intention of knocking them off the stage. Instead, they took out ropes from their waists and tied them up like dumplings. Pretending, right? Begging, right? Framed, right? Regretful, right? I'll let you fly. The Tianxian disciples were tied up like dumplings, and then they were punched and kicked. In addition to the 3 lower moves, they were hit on the face. Each one was more cruel than the other. Even the Yaoguang saint on the stage was shocked. The little calves were too cruel, and they beat those bald heads so badly just now. They are cruel to the disciples of Tianxian Holy Land again this time. Will there be a war in this sect competition? There are still 2 people from the Tianma sect in the sect. He. Brother Tianhao. Jun Moyan, with a smoky makeup on his face, appeared out of nowhere and smiled strangely at the Holy Lord Yaoguang. So Brother Tianhao plans to start with the disciples first. It seems that you said you disagreed with my proposal that day, but you have actually started to act. Don't worry, we won't fall behind. After that, the Holy Lord Tianji made a gesture. Wei Zhenbin below saw this scene and nodded knowingly, then blinked hard at the disciples on the ring. We understand. Senior brother, a group of Tianji disciples with black air in their mouths no longer held back, laughing, and their attacks were more ruthless than each other, especially after they kicked down the monks in front of them. They aimed directly at the important parts and kicked them hard. Crack. The sound of chickens flying and eggs breaking made Zixiao, who was sitting on the chair, take a breath of cold air. These disciples of Tianji Holy Land are really useless. No wonder Cuckoo is emitting black air. If you are like this, you will be emitting black air too. Ah. The Yaoguang disciples were stunned for a moment when they saw the Tianji disciples were so vicious. Has our limelight been stolen? Yes. They agreed to attack us, and our attack hasn't ended yet, but they are going to quit masturbation permanently. No. Brothers, we can't be outdone by them. Quitting masturbation, right? Who wouldn't do that? Seeing the disciples of the Yaoguang Holy Land so crazy, especially the group of little monks lying on the ground wailing, the people of the Tianxian Holy Land were about to cry. Stop, stop, stop. I admit defeat. I admit defeat. Stop fighting. Don't attack my second brother. I can jump down by myself. I admit defeat. We all admit defeat. Hearing the words of the Tianxian disciples, the Yaoguang disciples did not waver at all. Do you have the final say? What are you thinking? Still want to admit defeat? Wishful thinking. Brothers, come on. The holy masters on the high platform stared at the scene on the ring in amazement. Good guy. The disciples of the Yaoguang Holy Land and the disciples of the Tianji Holy Land competed on strange things. The face of the Wuxiang Holy Lord became darker and darker, and the veins on his forehead bulged. If he couldn't beat them, he would turn the table over with them now. But there was no way, he could only endure it now. He silently chanted Amitabha in his mouth, praying for those disciples who had lost their lives. The competition passed quickly in a wailing. Without any surprise, the winner was the Yaoguang Holy Land. After all, not only is their cultivation level far ahead of theirs, but the disciples of Tianji Holy Land are even more eager to wear the same pants as them. One sick person can still fight, but how can 200 people with diseases fight? In the end, basically whoever the Yaoguang disciples looked at would jump off the stage. We are here to communicate, not to bury the second brother. In the blink of an eye, only the Tianxian disciples and Wuxiang disciples who were still wailing were left on the stage, and the others gradually walked down. Lin Yi below clenched his fists. He saw the miserable state of these junior brothers and sisters with his own eyes, and the anger in his heart became stronger. A pair of eyes looked straight at Cui Yuanfei. It was about to be the most important one-on-one duel. Everything he lost, especially the eldest brother, he wanted to get back with his own strength. Cui Yuanfei on the other side was not to be outdone. He looked at him, and the golden blood energy on his body was almost uncontrollable. The two of them murmured subconsciously at the same time. Big brother is mine. Little uncle is mine. Zi Xiao almost vomited all over Yan Linger with these words. He stared at the two of them with wide eyes, expressing his incomprehension. What do you two mean? Am I the destined heroine? Chapter 100. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The two of them were so angry that they had to fight. Damn it! Yan Linger was behind Zixiao, clenching her teeth, her bright eyes full of anger. Her obsession with Zixiao has never diminished. After all, the Holy Lord Yaoguang, her master, said that the young master would definitely not like her. In order to prove herself, she must take down the young master. As a result, now it's good. Not only do I have to guard against other senior sisters, but this time I have to guard against my junior brothers. There's no time to lose. Let's start the next competition. Zixiao didn't dare let these two guys continue talking. What kind of lewd words are they? I'm a big villain, and you two have me. The disciples of Yaoguang Holy Land were responsible for cleaning the ring, but when they were moving the disciples of Tianxian Holy Land and Wuxiang Holy Land down, they secretly kicked them a few more times. As a fair and impartial referee, Zixiao simply chose to ignore it. He had double pupils and his eyesight was not good, which was reasonable, right? The second match finally came to the point. All the young geniuses were very excited and wanted to start fighting directly. The communication between the sequence disciples was secondary, and the main thing was the battle between the saints and saints, that is, the people representing the entire Holy Land. The one from Yaoguang Holy Land was Cui Yuanfei, the one from Tianxian Holy Land was Lin Yi, and the one from Wuxiang Holy Land was the Buddhist son with a big bag on his head, Wei Zhenbin. From Tianji Holy Land, the other holy lands, Yaoqi, Yuhan, Kaiyang, Tianshu, Tianquan, Dunyi all sent their favorite disciples, who were of the same generation as Cui Yuanfei and others. After all, it was an exchange meeting, so it was impossible to fight to the death like other competitions. Of course, except for the last match, a group of people whose second brothers were broken into pieces would have a hard time recovering if they didn't have any natural treasures. Zixiao came to the middle of the ring, and Yan Linger handed over the competition list obediently. Yo! Zixiao's eyes lit up when he saw the competition list. The surnames of the four major families seem to be on it. I just don't know how many of them are people with destiny. I think I'll have time to look at them slowly later. I'm the referee, and a group of people with destiny are shouting and killing below. It's quite exciting to think about it. The first match, Tianxian Holy Land vs Yaoguang Holy Land, Cui Yuanfei vs Lin Yi. Yo, it's a big one right at the start. Zixiao didn't expect that it was such a coincidence, or when Yaoguang Holy Lord was preparing this list, Cui Yuanfei asked him to go first. The latter is possible. After all, shouldn't the template of the Son of Destiny be to be looked down upon by others and finally slap everyone in the face? It seems that after Cui Yuanfei got sick, he didn't follow the trajectory of heaven. Zixiao didn't know whether this was a good thing or a bad thing. Of course, if Yaoguang Holy Land was affected, even if he had a great cause and effect and might attract the terror outside the long river of time, Zixiao would still choose to use the great method of transformation, summon the future self. After reading the name, Zixiao went directly to the high platform. Although it was also comfortable to sit below, this kind of fight seemed to be more enjoyable to watch at a higher level. who wouldn't be excited about the battle between the two sons of destiny? Everyone also looked at the ring, the preparatory son of Yaoguang Holy Land and the preparatory son of Tianxian Holy Land. The battle between these two people will definitely be exciting. Both of them walked slowly onto the ring under the attention of the crowd. Zhui Yuanfei's holy body was in the world. And the golden blood rushed straight to the sky, and everything in the world seemed to be melted by it. Lin Ye's supreme bone was revealed, and the bone was engraved with a unique treasure technique, which was very magical. The two geniuses glared at each other as soon as they came on stage. Lin Yi, I finally waited for it. In the sect competition, I will not take your life, but I will make the injustices suffered by the junior uncle return to you one by one. Zhui Yuanfei. I do feel guilty about the senior brother, but I have decided to pay it back with my life, but this life belongs to the senior brother, and you can't take it away easily. That the expressions of the two people are so similar. The reason for the battle is also because of one person. This made Zixiao, who was eating melons on the high platform, feel uncomfortable. These two people kept calling him the senior brother and the junior uncle. Who is this? Do you really think I am your destined heroine? No, are they sick? And, since Zixiao became the side of the Holy Lord Yaoguang, he always felt a ray of light piercing his back. He turned his head and saw nothing. Boom. At this time, the audience, the two had already collided with each other. The next moment, Lin Ye's palm turned white and an ancient rune appeared. With supreme power, he rushed over, and the light in his palms rose. Dozens of ancient beasts suddenly appeared around him. The magic of the supreme bone was originally derived from the beasts. Lin Yi derived the shadows of those beasts, and for a while, the beasts on the stage roared wildly. This is a great trend. Lin Yi has mastered his supreme bone to perfection. Although he has not yet used the supreme bone's companion magic, the shadow of the ancient beast alone is difficult for ordinary geniuses to resist. Looking at the group of geniuses who kept gasping for air in the audience, you can know how terrifying this derived beast is. Little Doyle. Zhui Yuanfei sneered. Fearless, he rushed over at high speed with the steps of a dragon and a tiger, without retreating at all. The golden runes on his body shone, and he was as agile as a human-shaped beast. He roared and launched a fierce attack with his fists and feet. For the holy body, the body itself is a kind of treasure. No matter how many changes you make, I will break it with my own strength. Two palms, one flashing white light, like crystal white jade, and the other golden, like the power of an ancient god. Under the violent collision, even though the ring has been reinforced, it still made an unbearable crackling sound. So powerful, that the onlookers were all amazed. The collision of these two people was like rolling waves and thunder, and the terrifying roar reached people's bones, and everyone was sighing. It was rare to see such a genius in the past, but there were two in this first battle. Lu Chang'e on the stands narrowed his eyes slightly. The people around him were attracted by the fight between the two geniuses. No one saw the greed on his face. The system had told him that both of them were sons of destiny. And they were extremely powerful. I don't know why the two of them quarreled like this. They are both my best nutrients. On the ring, in the head-on battle, Lin Ye's physique was not as good as Zhui Yuanfei's. He was obviously at a disadvantage when his fists collided, but he was surrounded by dozens of ancient beasts. Those ancient beasts bared their fangs and claws, and rushed towards Zhui Yuanfei with shocking power. You beasts are looking for death. Zhui Yuanfei's holy body shone with golden light, and his fist hit the beast directly. This punch contained the essence of the holy body, and the divine power was vast. This was a fatal blow, fierce and steady. Accompanied by the roar of sonic booms, several beasts that were close to him were shattered on the spot.